I'm Jacqueline from Airport Improvement Magazine, and I'm here with Kat and Dave from Sova. Hi, how are you guys?
Doing great.
Doing really well. How about yourself?
Good. So tell us some about Sova.
So Sova really stemmed from Foundation's children's products. We had all of our public washroom changing stations under that umbrella, and then we decided that with our universal changing table that we wanted to create more of that public washroom feel to increase our inclusivity movement. So we took those Foundations products and we broke them off into a new company of the Sova company. And then we created our entire line of inclusive changing. So we offer baby changing stations, we offer elementary school changing solutions, and then we offer adult changing tables. We have fixed height mounted, and then the height adjustable mounted changing tables as well that fit all different needs.
So how should airports plan for universal changing stations that fit all different needs, either in new construction or in retrofits?
So the FAA Reauthorization Act of 2024 will require adult changing tables by 2030 on inside of security. So at a minimum, and recommended every 2,000 feet. So this is important for medium and large size airports. And basically, if you're defined as a medium or large size airport, that means you transport more people, and it's all based on size. And if you are required, your adult changing table must be height adjustable. That's part of the requirement, and it must be installed by 2030.
So how many projects do you anticipate having in the next couple of years for airports to meet that standard by 2030?
Yeah, we're estimating that because every medium and large size airport, which is the majority of airports, it takes out the regional ones. We're estimating that we're going to be very busy. Now it's helpful that our product is made in the USA, so we have a really fast turnaround time. And our customer service is in the USA, so we can service any questions, because we get a lot of questions from architects on what's required for the space, what the act itself requires from a product, and our product does meet everything. It meets and exceeds everything that the Reauthorization Act requires.
How soon in the process of any kind of revamp retrofit project are you included to work with the contractors? And
so yeah, a lot of times it's very, very early in the project. So architects will design the space first. So they design the walls, how big the rooms are, and that can be 2 years ahead of the actual project and the construction work at times. So depending on how large the reconstruction is, if it's a new airport, if it's an existing airport that's just redoing a terminal, then a lot of times that'll be compressed a little bit, but it's at least a year. And we work with the architects, the specifiers, and the engineers that are on the construction projects. We also offer a CEU about our adult changing tables that explains what's needed, explains how you design around them. And we offer that remotely and in person if they need to.
Okay, that's excellent.
Yeah, and one of the big things too is our unit doesn't need any extra wall backing, so it's easily implemented into retrofitting projects, and as well as new builds as well. So you can be easily mounted into 3 load-bearing studs, cement blocking, anything necessary, so you don't have to just rebuild and rip out your entire wall.
So you said everything's manufactured in the US and really quick turnaround time on parts being shipped. So what about repairs and maintenance and things of that nature?
So we did design the unit to be maintenance free. It's been tested so far in our lab for up to 10 years, still going. And then if you contact our customer service department, you can get parts shipped out same day anywhere in the continental US as of right now. And in Canada as well, we do have a Canadian warehouse where these can ship as well.
So you had mentioned the height adjustable. So explain to us why the height adjustable range is so important.
The people that need to use this are most of the time in wheelchairs. So the caregiver many times will struggle to lift somebody in a wheelchair. So height adjustability is extremely important for usability. It has to be lowered at least to 17 inches. Ours is designed to go to 16 inches, which is lower than your average wheelchair height. so you can make for easy transfers, and then you can raise it back up to change the individual, and then you lower it back to transfer it over. So that's extremely important for caregivers. Have a really rough time lifting somebody that's an adult.
So we have it down to 16 inches up to 39 inches so that caregiver is able to change at their exact desired height to make it easier for them.
The FAA does require that these units are height adjustable in airports from 17 to 38 inches, and ours it exceeds that by 16 to 39. And it also requires a weight capacity of 400, which our unit exceeds that to 500 pound weight capacity that's stated, with a 1,250 pound tested load capacity internally.
And what's the name of your new product?
So Universal Changing Table, or UCT for short. But a lot of people know this under the adult changing table, or a height adjustable changing table.
Yeah, and our unit specifically is named the Ascent.
And one of the main reasons we're here at the show is because we do have an airport inclusion program in honor of the new FAA Reauthorization Act. So for all of 2026, we're offering pretty big discounts to any airports that have projects where they're installing an adult unit. And it's through all of 2026. All they have to do is place an order anytime in 2026.
So get a jump start on meeting the regulations before 2030.
Yeah, and we will take delayed shipments too. So as long as your order's placed, we will let you delay ship it.
This is our new Ascent from Sova. This is our adult changing table, adjustable height adult changing table. And when you walk into a restroom, this is the fold up position for the table. To fold it down, you easily just drop the table. You transfer the person over to the table. You put the guard up. There's a plunger on the right side here that allows you to unlock the guard. Automatically locks into position. And then you can raise the table to whatever height you need to. To change the person, you can lower it back down to wheelchair height. And then you can put the guard away and then transfer back over to the wheelchair.
This was designed specifically for a public restroom, so it can be plugged into a standard GFCI outlet, or it can be hardwired in for new construction, whatever your build requires. It does have a battery backup system which goes up and down 20 cycles without power. So in case your facility were to lose power for whatever reason, we do also have an obstruction detection system. So with pressure on the table, aka an occupant, if you were lowering the unit at one of our 2 button locations, say you accidentally left your wheelchair underneath and you didn't realize while you were lowering the table, it would automatically raise 2 inches once that obstruction was detected under the unit.
So what differentiates the Ascent from other adult changing tables on the market?
So one of the big things is that we are the only adult changing table made in the United States. We do have a manufacturer location in Ohio and in New York. We are also a piston-driven model versus a chain-driven model, which is our competitors. So if there was obstruction to be detected under a chain-driven model and they kept lowering the table, when they removed the obstruction, the table would actually drop, which is a huge risk for the occupant on the table. And then we do double 2.5 safety factor our table to the 1,250 weight rating over the 500 pound stated weight rating. We also do have 2 different tray sizes. We have our larger 76-inch tray, and then we do have a 70-inch tray, which meets the minimum International Building Code requirements. But 85% of adults are in the larger size tray category, so that is why we recommend the larger size tray. And then we actually do have the leading manufacturer warranty, which is a 5-year warranty.
So Kat and Dave, thanks for telling us about Sova and how you meet the needs of everybody.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, and we look forward to answering any questions anybody may have.